must remember that there are no sounds that are illegal. Every sound is allowed.
The Honk Festival is a gathering of activist street bands from around the United States and increasingly around the world who make music for the fun of making music, for playing music on the street, and for articulating ideas about who we are and where we live, and asking questions about what society could be. Why don't we reclaim public thoroughfares, the streets, as places where people can get together and articulate their ideas, to have fun, to have entertainment that's free and open.
Why do we need honk? Have you looked at the headlines lately? Have you felt the squeeze? Have you felt your rights being abrogated? Have you felt the fact that it's difficult more than ever to express yourself politically in the streets now?
Whenever we can, we go to anti-war protests or protests on specific issues that we want to lend our support to. We've done some work on the Second Vermont Republic, which is the secessionist movement. We've done some anti-nuclear power protests. We've done all sorts of things.
We're extremely serious people about it. We're very serious about anarchy. We play in a lot of demonstrations.
For refugees, anti-war.
For migrant labor.
Or just for labor in general.
We're kind of a guerrilla band. We show up in places that are unexpected and sometimes wanted, sometimes not, but always unexpected.
And historically, songs have motivated people. Think about the Civil Rights Movement when they sang "We Shall Overcome." Further back, the songs of World War II. And even further, music inspires people.
It's an emotional connection.
Right.
It grabs people on a deeper level than just intellectually. And for that reason, I think it can really affect social change.
And I think the idea that music can be one part of your life, that you can that anybody can play music is a political statement about kind of ownership of culture. And then number two, being able to bring a non-amplified music into the streets and play directly to people and involve people in music also breaks down that barrier that tells you that music and culture are things that are bought.
Fight fascism. Right here. If you want.
Just going out there and playing music that a lot of people can hear because it's loud is itself a political act. It's a radical political act.
$20 gold coin on my watch chain. Let all the boys know that I died standing pat.
Because there's a lot of debate on what is acceptable and unacceptable noise in public space. You know, people are generally okay with traffic and trains and construction, but like, you get one guy sitting in front of a store with a guitar and somebody calls the cops. When you're on the street instead of on a stage, people feel a lot more comfortable just coming up and interacting with the band, whether it's like picking up and playing an instrument, which is sometimes cool and sometimes a problem. Or, you know, it's like dancing, getting crazy. Like, there's less of a boundary between performer and audience when you're on the street. Hey, good to see you again. Enjoy the festival. He was dancing with us earlier.
But it's so much more fun to go in the street because you never know what's gonna happen. And I love the fact that I walk in a venue and I don't know what is gonna be there. If the crowd is gonna be cool, if there will be even like a lot of people, are they gonna be looking at us? Are they gonna dance? And are there gonna be other groups passing by that we can invite to actually play together? So this mystery is just like awesome. It's great to be in a festival like Honk. Is like you don't know what's gonna happen. The crowd was fantastic tonight.
Who knows how to dance hip hop?
We also have a social project that tries to outreach the community and teach the youth what you just saw in Honk Festival. And that's the thing that actually we're most proud of, is to provide something to the youth to avoid gang formation. They should be in the street, but how about being in the street playing music?
The most fun people to watch in the audience are usually the really little kids. And I saw one little tiny kid and his mom was like moving his arms and sort of making him dance, but he was just standing like that for the entire set of music. And I mean, that seems like a really nice, genuine reaction, and one that probably most people are experiencing, but because they're adults, they don't really show that.
My hope for it is it will make this impression upon their minds, their souls, that they're going to want to make music, or they're going to want to appreciate it and be part of that whole thing, you know?
I'm absolutely going to be drumming something and wearing a crazy costume. Had I known maybe this morning, I would have thrown something together, but, you know, it's just serendipitous how this all happened, you know, but all I can really do now is...
Music moves you. I mean, it's a sonic action that moves across the space from the instrument to the person who's hearing it, and it literally vibrates them. That's a change from the moment before to the moment after. I think it gives people the idea, the feeling of change.
to go out in the street with a band, a brass band or whatever, and to have giant figures and signs. It's really strong, it's accessible, you don't need electricity, you don't need a computer, you don't need to have internet access, you don't need a lot of money, you just need thought and friends and the availability of public space, and you can go out there and articulate your ideas. For us, this is like the essence of democracy in a way. It's the performance of democracy.
When I move through the space, when I make a gesture, when I come up to an audience member and dance with them, that's a change from the moment before to the moment after. That is, dare I say, not evolution, but revolution.
You got tubas in your face, and you can't ask for anything better than that.
It's a festival of activist street bands, Honk is.
Well, you know, it has to do with geese.
It's like going to school. You know, I feel like I'm seriously in class at every show.
Honk is the weirdness that doesn't exist the rest of the year that I wish existed more often.
It's like Burning Man without the DJs.
Something about the peace and something
it's
like
like
that,
activist, no?
Against war. No, yeah, you can't talk.
You can talk too much.
Honk is a combination of New Year's Eve, spring break, Mardi Gras, and the 4th of July.
Honk, 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 honk.